A very warm welcome to everyone. I hope you are fine. Today we are going to see the lesson Advent of Europeans. Let me tell you the meaning for the word Advent. Advent means travel. We are going to see how the Europeans traveled. The European countries are Portuguese, Dutch, Danish, British, French, etc. Many of the foreign travelers, traders, missionaries, and civil servants who came to India in the 18th and 19th centuries have left accounts of their experiences. To know the events of modern period, we have abundant sources at the international, national, and regional level. Next, we are going to see about sources of modern India. The sources for the history of modern India help us to know political, socio-economic, and cultural developments in the country. From the very beginning, the Portuguese, the Dutch, the French, the Danish, and the English recorded their official transactions in India and state papers. Well preserved records are very valuable to know about their relations in India. Next, we are going to see about kinds of sources. So we can write history with the help of sources like written sources and material sources. So written sources are travel accounts, diaries, autobiographies, manuscripts, etc. Material sources are coins, monuments, paintings, currency, etc. Written sources. After the advent of the printing press, numerous books were published in different languages. Hence, people began to acquire knowledge easily in the fields like art, literature, history, and science. The Europeans came to know about the more wealth of India with the help of literature, books. So the wealth of India attracted Europeans to this country. So the trade purpose they came to India. So Ananda Rangam is a name to important person in Tamil history. He was a translator in Pondicherry to assist French trade in India. He recorded the events that took place in French India. His diaries contain the daily events from 1736 to 1760, which are the only written secular record available during that period. His diaries reveal his profound capacity for political judgment and his most valuable source of history. So, written sources are travel accounts, diaries, autobiographies, government documents, manuscripts, etc. Next, we are going to see about archives. So, this is the place where historical documents are preserved. The National Archives of India is located in New Delhi. So, it is the capital of India and it is the chief storehouse of the records of the government of India. It is main source of information for understanding past administrative machinery as well as guide to the present and future generations related to all matters. It contains authentic evidence for knowing the political, social, economic, cultural, and scientific life and activities of the people of India. It is one of the largest archives in Asia. The George William Forrest can rightly be called as the father of National Archives of India. Next, we are going to see about Tamil Nadu Archives. The Madras Record Office, presently known as Tamil Nadu Archives, is located in Chennai. It is one of the oldest and largest document in southern India. The most of the records in the Tamil Nadu Archives are in English. The collections include administrative records in Dutch, Danish, Persian, and Marathi. The few documents are in French, Portuguese, Tamil, and Urdu. The Tamil Nadu Archives is located in Chennai. Chennai is the capital of Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu Archives has 1642 volumes. So this records cover over the period from 1677 to 1845. He was highly interested in encouraging historical researchers. Next, we are going to see about material sources. Many paintings and statues are the main source of modern Indian history. They give us a lot of information and the achievement of national leaders and historical personalities. So historical buildings like St. Francis Church at Cochin, St. Louis Fort at Pondicherry, St. Charles Fort in Madras. So, which is St. Charles Fort is our state legislative assembly of Tamil Nadu. Our state government is located in St. Charles Fort. Next is St. David Fort in Kadalur, India Gate, Parliament House, President House in New Delhi, etc. These are examples for the material sources. And other objects and materials of religious, cultural, and historical value are collected and preserved in museums. These museums help to preserve and promote our cultural heritage. The National Museum in Delhi is the largest museum in India, which was established in 1949. And one of the important material sources are coins. So coins are a good source to know about administrative history. If you take Indian coin after 10 years back also, we can know about the history of our coins. So like coin is one of the important sources of administrative history. The first coinage in modern India under the crown was issued in 1862. The Reserve Bank of India was formally set up in 1935 and was empowered to issue Government of India notes. Our Reserve Bank of India is located in Mumbai. Who is the Governor of Reserve Bank of India? He is the Shaktikan Das. He is the Governor of Reserve Bank of India. So the first paper currency issued by Reserve Bank of India in January 1938 was 5 rupee notes bearing the portrait of King George VI. In India, on 8th November 2016, the Government of India announced demonetization of all 500 and 1000 banknotes against black money. In that time, they cancelled old 500 and 1000 currency and introduced new 500 and 2000 rupees currency. So what is the difference between archives and museums? So archive means this is the place where historical documents are preserved. Museum means this is the place material sources like any buildings, monuments, coins, inscriptions, etc. Recap. Many of the foreign travelers, traders, missionaries and civil servants who came to India in the 18th and 19th centuries. To know the events of modern period, we have more sources at the international, national and regional level. The sources for the history of modern India help us to know the political, socio-economic and cultural developments in the country. We can write history with the help of sources like written sources and material sources. So what are written sources? Literature, travel accounts, diaries, autobiographies, government documents and manuscripts, etc. Archives. This is the place where historical documents are preserved. George William Forrest can rightly be called as the father of National Archives of India. Tamil Nadu Archives is located in Chennai. Other objects and materials of religious, cultural and historical value are collected and preserved in museums. Tamil Nadu Archives has 1642 volumes. These records cover the periods from 1657 to 1845. Coins are the good source to know about administrative history. Study about the coins is called as numismatics. The Reserve Bank of India was formally set up in 1935. The first paper currency issued by Reserve Bank of India in January 1938 was 5 rupee notes bearing the portrait of King George VI. I hope you understand this session well. This lesson will be continued in the next video. Thank you, children.